the heavenly soft pretzel. It's been evolving since the early 1600s. It has become the staple of American mall and airport kiosks across America. And it's one of the fastest growing snack foods in the world, surpassing over $1 billion in sales per year. It's a salty, chewy, crispy, tangled knot that does not, see what I did there, disappoint. This is serious stuff, let's keep it together. There could be unlimited parallel universes. But in this universe, pretzels make people happy. Real happy. Now I know what you're thinking. How do I create my own happiness? Well, let's make some good. Who wants to make pretzels? It's your personal chef, Sir Chester, back with another recipe. Let's get right into it. Here's everything you're gonna need. I'm using all organic ingredients to keep it clean. Starting with the dry ingredients, 2 cups of unbleached bread flour, 2 teaspoons of brown sugar, a teaspoon of pink Himalayan sea salt, 3 teaspoons of softened room temperature butter, poof, not like that, 3/4 of a cup of lukewarm water, 2 teaspoons of dry active yeast. This will go into the dry mixture to make the dough. The following ingredients will be prepared so they can be applied before baking. 1 egg, whisk it up, and set it aside. 2 teaspoons of butter that will be melted later. Oops. Get in there. Set it aside. I have some coarse pink Himalayan sea salt I'm going to use to dress the pretzel with. Set it aside. And lastly, we're going to need a 1/2 cup of baking soda for our pretzel bath. Now let's add our water and yeast mix to our dry ingredients in the bowl. I like to start my stirring with a fork, and then it's time to get the fork out of here and use my hands. I need this dough like I need more likes on this recipe. I'll knead it for about 15 minutes until it's about boom, like that. Drop it in the bowl, pop on the top, and let it rise for about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how impatient you are. Right before I'm ready to start working with the dough, I'm going to warm up about 1 quart of spring water that we'll use to bathe the pretzel in before baking. I don't get it to boiling, maybe about 120 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm also going to prepare a baking sheet with parchment paper. Tip: if the parchment paper is larger than the baking sheet, an easy way to cut it is by rolling it up before cutting. Grab the dough, pop the top off, lightly flour the surface, and shape it into a uniform loaf. Or the best you can. Cut it into fourths. Now grab one and start rolling it out evenly to about 30 inches long. If you don't have a large surface, you can kind of roll it out in little bits like this. You can also divide the dough into 6 pieces, but it'll make smaller pretzels and won't have that classic mall kiosk pretzel look. Up to you. Once it's rolled out as evenly as possible, you want to take it and create a circle with the bunny ears. Then give them a twist and pull the twist down over the circle to create your pretzel shape. Good job! Now place on the baking sheet. Now would be a good time to preheat your oven to 425 and melt the butter we have set aside. Remember that warm water? Let's add our baking soda to it and give it a mix. Carefully place the pretzel and let it sit for 20 seconds. Then flip it and let it sit for another 20 seconds before taking it out. Now this will get tricky because the dough will be wet and harder to handle. Let's keep it together, okay? Get it back on the sheet and reshape it to the best of your ability if it gets wonky. Not everyone gets a trophy here, but you know what? You played the game and gave it your all. That's what counts. Let's brush the pretzel with the egg wash we prepared earlier and sprinkle it with the coarse sea salt we have on the side. The egg wash is going to help it get that nice golden brown color we're looking for. Now let's put them in the oven for 10 or more minutes until they reach the desired color. Mine could have stayed in a bit longer, but I wanted them a little lighter for the video. Take them out, brush them with some melted butter, and boom, Bob's your uncle. And there it is. Heavenly soft pretzels that taste so good, you might just subscribe. Let's take a moment to appreciate what we just created. Let me know what you'd like to see in a future recipe. Thanks for watching.